What's up, guys? C5 Main Destroyer here. I have a Rogue Company video for you guys today. Now, I do want to get into some stuff before I go straight into the video. So, one, I haven't been covering this game as much as I should be covering it, but listen, don't get me wrong, I have been playing the game. I've been playing the game a lot. I 100% have been playing the game. I like the game. The game is awesome. Okay, tomorrow I'm probably gonna make a kind of a review kind of video, saying the things I like about the game, some of the things I don't really like about the game, you know, things like that. But today I want to cover what has come straight from the horse's mouth with the roadmap and the next update that's coming out this week. So that should be pretty fun. Secondly, I essentially want to praise the developers. Okay, so I obviously knew that Hi-Rez put their A team on this game. They put the best of the best. They assembled a team to they have, obviously Hi-Rez has a lot of faith in this game being successful, as well as I do. The game, listen, do I advise you to spend money on the Founders Packs to get closed beta access if you don't have, like, if you watch your pockets? I do advise you to wait for it to come out for free. But if you're okay with spending minimum of $15, especially if you're okay with spending $30 or $60 to get access to pretty much every single rogue and some cosmetics and some cool stuff within the game, if you have the money to do that, I also advise you to do that. I don't have anything against either of the options, waiting, buying now. Personally, I only spent $15 just to get in, because I have time to sit down and unlock all the rogues. Everybody doesn't have that time. But within this closed beta period, the developers have been doing a great job. I knew they were going to do a great job filling in the community, taking feedback, you know, and then employing that into the development of the game. So now that that stuff is out of the way, we're around 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, 2 minutes and 40 seconds now. I want to start talking about the roadmap. The roadmap is super interesting. Because I'm okay with the amount of content that's on this roadmap. I don't know how fast all of this is going to happen. I would imagine a lot of this stuff is going to... I would imagine Phase 2 and 3 are going to be when the game comes out for free. And Phase 1 is happening this week. So, firstly, Phase 1 happening this week. Phase 1 is... it says player identity. So, essentially, show off your flair with custom avatars, banners, and frames. If you ever played Smite or Paladins, you know exactly what that means. Hi-Rez likes to add in banners and loading screen frames and like just cool little stuff like that. Little avatars for your profile to just kind of encourage you to personalize your account. Little fun stuff. They usually put that stuff in battle passes, or you earn it through gameplay, or maybe mastery with the with some of the characters, which will be in Rogue Company, and we will get into that later. A surrender and deserter penalty. Once again, pretty self-explanatory. There have been a lot of people quitting out of matches. The second half of this match that's on your screen right now, literally my whole team just quit, and it was just me. Like, obviously, I cut that part out, but my whole team eventually quits this game for unknown reason. Maybe they DC, maybe they... I'm not sure what happened, but it was only me and the Dima, and then the Dima decided to give up too, and I was already up, 5-1 or 5-2 or something like that, so I had to basically play an extra 10-15 minutes of the game. Them just continuously slaughtering me because all of my teammates quit. It's pretty frustrating. Now, the thing is that there's no ranked or anything of that nature in the game right now. So, when you're just playing casual demolition, casual strike force, there's no real reason for people not to quit. And I think a surrender would have been nice in my situation. And the deserter penalties for the people who left are also nice, because if you do disconnect, you can rejoin the game. I'm almost positive you can reconnect if something happens with your internet, if your PlayStation turns off, your Xbox turns off, or your PC turns off. You can reconnect. If you decide not to reconnect, then a deserter penalty should be placed upon your account. That is very good. And the most exciting part about this phase 1 of the roadmap for 2020 is the new map coming out called Vice. So Vice is kind of a big like club setting. There's a lot of cool neon lights. The map it looks very, very appealing. Like very, 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 very appealing. Definitely nice. You can see the art team and the guys working on the visuals did a lot of work on this particular map. Honestly, I think they did a lot of work on a lot of these maps. A lot of these maps are very visually appealing. They look great. They also play great. A lot of the maps are kind of the best part. The maps are very good. I haven't really played on a horrible map in this game. There are obviously ones that are better than others, but none of them are really, really bad. So that's exciting. A new map that's going to come out. Now to get on to the stuff that's a little bit later down the road, the phase 2 and the phase 3 of the 2020 roadmap. This stuff is pretty interesting too. So I would imagine phase 2 is going to happen when the game actually comes out, and I'm going to explain to you why. A lot of the game being in closed beta, it doesn't have a lot of like kind of simple features like custom matches or ranked. So in phase 2, we have a new rogue coming out, ranked, custom matches, and mastery for the rogue. So if you've ever, once again, if you ever played Smite or you've ever played Paladins, it'll be very, very obvious as to what this is. So in Smite, you earn points or worshippers on the gods that you play the most, right? So every time you earn worshippers, you essentially have a level for that god. It's kind of like differentiating a Thor that, let's say a Thor that has played this many hours of Thor and a Thor that's never played a Thor before. You'll be able to see that in the loading screens. They'll have banners and frames and then a mastery level on the bottom left of their frame, essentially showing their mastery level for that character. And that would be pretty interesting in Rogue Company. I definitely like that. Custom matches, all this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Set up some games with your friends, practice, set up some tournament games. I don't know, anything like that. I would imagine a lot of competitive players will do this. And ranked would be a big addition to this game. A lot of the people that play this game, a lot of people I've talked to that have played this game and then play Valorant, they seem to go back to Valorant because there just seems like something more to play for. Valorant is super competitive. Valorant has a huge ranked mode in the game. And I understand this. This makes people want to play. They want to climb the ranks. They want to get better at the game. Rogue Company, the gameplay is amazing. It is fun. The movement is fun. The gunplay is fun. The maps are good. The game looks good. It's smooth. There's never really frame drops. The connection is surprisingly good. Like, very good. Rarely do I have connection issues. So a lot of the people that are switching between this or Valorant or Counter-Strike or even like Rainbow Six Siege. Now, what I have to say to these people is that the game is in a closed beta. But what I have said to these people is that the game is in a closed beta. Okay, so I do advise you to come back when rank comes out. I think that's a good idea, and they've agreed. They want a competitive feel. They want to feel like they're playing for something. Phase 3, equipment mastery. So master your gadgets and your weapons to earn rewards. So there's going to be mastery levels for certain gadgets and certain weapons in the game, which is very interesting. Gameplay improvements, an advanced ping system, to better improve team communication. So they're going to add in some more communication tools for players maybe without microphones. Communication is always good in a somewhat competitive game like this. So that's very good. And a battle pass. We all know what a battle pass is. I ain't even going to talk about it. So all 3 phases seem pretty good. I'm pretty much coming to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching this video. You know, if you enjoyed, if you have any interesting topics for me to talk about, put them down in the comments. I really like doing that, talking about things that you guys actually want to hear me talk about. So that's all I got for today, guys. Peace out.